Will Dollar Tree go into bankruptcy? That's the question. An insider tells us what's really going on at these Dollar Trees, and it is shocking. Even Goodwill is now short on donations. Downsizing is getting extreme, and Quest Diagnostics caught triple charging patients. Absolutely insane. Canada now has the most expensive gas in the world, and they're raising taxes even more. Those and a whole bunch of other updates that you guys have to share from around the world. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are the reports that you guys are sharing. If you have something to share, just reply back to any one of these videos with a comment and use the word update somewhere in there, and that will get it to the right place. Thanks so much for keeping us updated on what's going on out there. We do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. If you have a retirement account that has stocks and bonds in it, but nothing stable, and you want to get into something more stable, you might want to talk to Jonathan and his team about what they can do for you. If you just have questions, that's perfectly fine. There's no obligation to get some information. You can see if it's a good fit for you. They do not pressure you to move forward if it's not good for you. All right, friends, let's jump into your reports here. Dangeree says, thanks, because I was checking out my supply of two-way privacy radios. Part of that regimen is checking the NOAA stations, all 10 of them. Normally I get at least one, but I didn't get any. I thought it was because of the bad weather. Couldn't get Rockford, Illinois, or Janesville, Wisconsin. Now I know it wasn't the weather or the radios. We've been having issues with those weather radio stations just not being up. Whether it's hacking or whether it's just, I don't know what, but these are emergency stations that are supposed to be on all the time, and yet they aren't. Angelique says, the gaps aren't just happening with canned goods, but with pint ice cream as well. So not just the cans empty, but the pint ice creams are empty too. I purchased 4 pints of Halo Top protein type ice cream on buy one, get one specials, and all 4 pints had large air gaps on the bottom or sides. There was no calorie change on the side, but less product inside. I definitely only got about 65 to 70% of the product. Now I know why they were buy one, get one free. Also, last month I was sitting in my kitchen when I heard a hissing sound coming from my pantry. It turns out that one of the cans of sliced mushrooms with a Best By date of 2025 was losing its seal. It wasn't a pop top lid either. I've never had that happen before. You got to check your stuff, right? Check your cans, make sure they're not leaking. Sometimes they go bad. Even if they're not pop top, which is just crazy. And if they are pop top, remember not to stack too many on top of each other because the pressure will pop the bottom tops, right? If you use cardboard in between them in order to spread out and distribute the load onto the lips and not onto just the seals, right? Colorado Pack Rat says, just realized some tasty cakes butterscotch snacks went from 8 in a packet to 6, 3 and 3 in a packet, same size box. And the snack cakes are smaller as well. Thought I went through them a little fast, eating one a day with my coffee. Check and just be aware of what's going on around you, right? That's one of the things about vigilance is just being aware of the things happening around you. OME says, Quest Diagnostics. Please be careful. They are triple billing people. I'm not talking about them sending late payment notices. No, you pay the bill, then they send you another bill. You forgot you paid the same amount last month or think your payment was lost in the mail and you send another check. They cash that one and send you a third bill and even a fourth bill for the same exact amounts. I was seen in December, paid the first bill in January, the second in February, and got the third bill in March, and checked my checkbook to see that, as I thought, I had paid them twice already. Not just Quest Diagnostics, but just medical billing in general. It's super confusing. Super confusing. As a tax accountant, I've had to deal with medical bills, and just seeing these this network of papers, and you're just like, which one of these is the invoice? Which one of these is the receipt? Like, it's so complicated. It's like hard to understand how much what's even paid here, right? It's absolutely insane. And I have to ask the question, how much of that is intentional because they just want to confuse you? It just drives me nuts seeing stuff like that. Casey says, Northern Arizona. I live in one of the large train areas. These past couple of days, our trains have been delivering very long chains of nothing but military vehicles. So that's just a heads up there in Arizona. I've been hearing a lot about military movements of hardware, potentially military hardware out of storage. That stuff may be heading over to Eastern Europe. That's quite possible. Or who knows, it might be heading to the Middle East now. Katie says, I went to my Kroger grocery store 2 times in the last week. They continue to ring up the prices wrong. I had a product that was 50% off, and the cashier argued with me and said that I wasn't. I took a picture of the sign and showed it to her, and she still argued with me. I told her, go ahead and get the manager, I can wait. Then she took the 50% off. Next time I went, I had a ham. The price rang up, was way too high. When I looked at the receipt, I saw that she rang it up twice. This cashier argued with me also that I was wrong until I showed her the receipt that she rang up the ham twice. I go to the store and I know my prices. So I have a general idea about the price is going to be when I total it. I still check the receipt before I leave the store, and at least 50% of the time I am overcharged. Well, welcome to Kroger. I don't have nearly that much of a problem elsewhere. And when I do the self-checkout lines, it's always right. It's amazing how that is. Anyway, but just be aware that, if you're trying to catch them in something, if the point is to catch them or something like that, you're not going to get a great reception even when you're right. And it's best to operate with a lot of humility and persistence. Don't get me wrong on that. Humility and politeness really goes a long ways. And you can be persistent. You can stand your ground, but be polite doing so. And just it gets you such a much better result. And we all know what I'm talking about, right? If you go in confrontation and you're screaming at them or you're being just really rude, it's going to turn into a confrontation. If you politely go up there, hey, there's a mistake made here on my bill. Here's what the problem is. Usually it's just like, okay, we'll fix that. Sorry about that. If you want drama, you get drama. And if you noticed it, certain people have drama all around them and they can't see the fact that they're the ones causing the drama. So if you have lots and lots of drama around you, maybe get one of your friends or maybe get someone you trust and ask them, am I causing a lot of this drama? Are there things that I could be doing to create less drama in my life? Because friends, you'll live longer the less drama is in your life. They keep coming out with these new TV shows and they're like so full of drama and on the edge of your seat. And I'm always like, I don't want TV with drama. Like I'm in front of the TV to unwind, right? Not to have drama. I have enough drama in my life as it is. If I need more drama, I just bring more people into my life, right? I don't need TV to do that. So I never really understood that, but edge of your seat. Drama. Jennifer says, we are taxed to death. Carbon tax, this is in Canada, right? Carbon tax just increased 23%. I live in British Columbia, the most expensive place for gas, $7.74 a gallon. That's the conversion. Another 2% on alcohol. I buy vodka for tinctures. Some provinces, Trudeau is giving a carbon rebate to for those who qualify, and is less than what he takes, but in British Columbia, there is no rebate. We have our taxes, and USA have the others. North America is the new third world countries. with the taxes the way they are, that's not too far from the truth, is it? Tess says, I'm seeing more and more shortages and prices going up. Even Goodwill is short on donations. People are holding on to stuff and not donating it. Now, I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that Goodwill is the best way to donate. If you have like a homeless mission or something like that in your area, donating stuff to actual nonprofits other than Goodwill is probably a good idea. If you guys haven't looked into Goodwill, you might want to check into that, because Goodwill is not the best nonprofit out there. It's a business that operates under the nonprofit clause. Anyway, Demi says, my auto insurance was canceled here in North Carolina. I only received a cancellation notice in the mail one day after it was canceled. So that's not helpful. No billing statement, only a red postcard saying that they would cancel my insurance if not paid, but it was calling for them to pay the day before the card even came. Then I had to pay a $50 penalty to the Department of Transportation for letting my insurance lapse. I did receive 3 emails a week after everything was straightened back out. The company that I had the insurance with, Nationwide, would not reinstate the policy. They are no longer writing any new policies. I had to get insurance with a group that I'd never heard of before and wonder if it will supply my needs if something happens on the road. Have your viewers check their bills and do not depend on companies to keep them informed. No such thing as courtesy calls or billing statements anymore. And this is from Don. I work at a Dollar Tree as a stocker in the freight process centers. They are shutting down my store and many more because they are drastically overstocked on worthless merchandise that nobody wants. They are now playing hot potato with all the junk, churning it over the stores that have not closed already. If you see anything arts and craft or beauty products that look old, they were here first at my store and nobody wanted them. Nobody is going to want this stuff now either, and Dollar Tree knows it. And let me tell you, there was at least 1 million, not exaggerating, really over 1 million items of worthless merchandise piled up in the back of the store. All of it useless junk, most of it related to holidays like Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, and so forth. I know, I was the one who scanned the SKU of these boxes and loaded them up for transportation. The worst part is that this junk merchandise was also used to fudge the numbers to make the stores look better. Private equity at the store was overvalued, or people thinking that the business was going better than it was, merely because it's counted as expected to be sold. Now, half the stores are exporting both the debt and the junk onto the rest of the stores that are still open. I honestly expect Dollar Tree to either file bankruptcy or ditch the simple dollar process model to stay afloat. That's what we got for you today. If you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold, there's a link right there. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up there. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.